Hello, everybody. This is Allison Shreeve. I'm here with the amazing Steve Brossman. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Welcome to today's webinar. Today, I just want to make sure I could hear him, so that's good. Welcome to today's webinar. Today, we're going to be sharing about how to increase traffic leads and conversions and show your business a little TLC so that you can really grow and scale and increase your business online. And so this is really exciting stuff. Now, today's webinar is going to be epic, and I mean epic. We're going to share so many strategies. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a lot, but highly valuable, and you're going to be able to apply it to your business straight away. So please ask any questions you have during the webinar. If you don't understand something, or if you have any questions for your business, we'd love to hear it. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me and see the screen. So if you could raise your hand, there's a little hand icon that you can put your hand up. Just raise your hands. Thanks, Sandra. I see that hand. Welcome. Sarah, Steve, Michael, Adrian, Mohammed, Bill, thank you for raising your hands. Great. So I can see lots of people coming in. Welcome. Now, please also turn off all distractions, like your TV. I know MasterChef is going to start soon. Just watch it on catch up. Throw the kids in another room, shut down your Facebook, whatever you need to do so that you can get the most out of today's webinar. All right. So Steve, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, look, again, welcome everybody. This is going to be awesome. I love webinars and I hate webinars. When I do live events, I can see light bulbs going off on people's heads. So please do me a favor. If you're having a light bulb moment or if you've got an aha, don't wait for us to say, please raise your hand if. Just say, just stick your hand up or type in, oh, wow, that was awesome, because that really helps, because I love getting that feedback. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So yeah, tonight is going to be sensational. I was speaking at an event only a few weeks ago that Allison was at as well, and we got together and we just clicked, and she shared some of the stuff that she does and she saw some of the stuff that I did, and it was like, we have to put this together and really make a massive training program so we can actually share with you guys on just on nights like tonight. But a little bit about me, and you'll probably see people that do webinars and do training. They're fairly theory-based. They might learn something and then go and teach it. What I am actually teaching and sharing with you tonight is something that I've been doing in my own businesses since 1983. A few changes, and it's what I've been doing with my clients for the last 20 years. Very quickly, I opened up a health club back in 1983. I was actually training for the Los Angeles Olympics and crushed 3 discs in my back, and I fell in love with the fitness industry through my rehab. And I guess it's like the old field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Well, I mortgaged my parents' house and we built this beautiful health club, and there was a couple of things missing, and they were called members. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I actually invested in a marketing program that actually changed my life and my mindset. And I knew that I had to invest. And it was because of that that I started developing programs. And this one here with my kids club, we started off with an aerobic class for kids. And within 5 years, we actually franchised it into 5 different countries. And it was all because we got in and just learnt the basics on marketing. And that was exciting. Through the Kids Club program, we got featured on TV, had regular spots on TV, and when videos and the internet collided, I was ready. Had a lot of experience in TV, and not that long ago was named internationally Video Marketing Influencer of the Year. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of those sorts of things. Moved into the environmental game when I actually saw too many cigarette butts on my favorite beach here at Balmoral, and I had to do something about that. And to cut a long story short, because I'm going to tell you a little bit about this story a little bit later on. It's a great case study. Ended up selling 4 million units into 26 countries. So just think of this. I sold 4 million plastic bums into 26 countries. I don't think anybody else can brag about that, or may actually want to brag about that. Ended up with my own TV show and hosted and produced a TV show on Channel 9 and worked with Warner Brothers, which was a very cool experience, and have produced 3 Amazon best-selling books, a couple to do with marketing and the latest one, Exceed, how to get out there and really exceed in business. And that's the goal for you tonight. Show you techniques and strategies on how you can exceed in your business. And most recently, because of all of this, I get to hang out with some really cool people and some global leaders. And this is pictured on Branson's Island, and having a really cool time with him. And that's, well, it's a great segue, because one of the things that I did with Richard was kite surfing, and we have the legend of windsurfing herself. So Allison, take it away and just share a little bit about who you are, and so the people get to know you.
Thanks, Steve. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Allison Shreeve, and I am actually a 4-time world champion windsurfer. I have an A-class world speed record, and I was crazy enough, I was Australia's Female Sailor of the Year, and crazy enough in 2009 to windsurf 115 kilometers or 72 miles if you're in the States across Bass Strait. And for those of you who don't know where Bass Strait is, it's that little bit of waterway there between Tasmania and Victoria in South Australia there. So that was an adventure and a half, I have to say. And then and it was funny because I traveled the world for 16 years and I visited 44 countries windsurfing. But at the end of my career, I was $37,000 in debt, and I was frustrated because I was at the top of my industry, which was my sport, but I didn't make any money out of it. In fact, 2 of my world titles, Steve, they didn't even pay me anything. It was very, very difficult. Yeah, it was really, really hard to make money. So I decided I need to figure this out, because I lived my passion but never made any money out of it. So I thought, well, maybe if I could figure out how to make money out of your passion, then I could teach it to others. So I started a company. I grew it into a global company in less than 2 years. My first transaction online was $10,000. Wow. Raise your hands, how many of you would like to make $10,000 in your first sale online? How many of you think that would be pretty cool? The little hand buttons there, so just to warm it up, you can raise your hand. That would be cool. Awesome. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Adrian. All right, cool. So a few people want to make money, Steve. That's cool. So I also successfully ran over 200 social media and marketing seminars over 3 years and sold millions of dollars worth of products and services online. And they were, done for you marketing services in Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and websites and all sorts of different things. And then I also successfully launched over 30 digital marketing products online and helped tens of thousands of students and clients globally with their business. And one of the beautiful things about what I did in my business is I created a business where I could travel the world, do things that I love. Here at the bottom, I'm speaking on stage with Brian Tracy in India to 1,200 people, and I got to speak on stage with Tony Robbins, and just amazing things can happen when you set your mind to it and create a business that facilitates what you really want in your life. And now I'm an owner of 4 global companies. But one of the mistakes I made in my first business is I didn't consider what kind of lifestyle I wanted. And so I'm going to ask you this question: what kind of lifestyle do you want? Because your business is supposed to facilitate that. And you can put it in the chat box if you want, but here you can see my calendar in 2015, and it was a mess. It was so full. I was running seminars on the weekends. I was running webinars at nighttime. I was doing coaching calls from when I woke up to when I went to sleep. I had to even mute my coaching calls just so I could go to the bathroom, because they were so back to back. I had no life. Steve, I was sitting in Bali near the beach, like in the hotel near the beach, overlooking the beach, but not being able to enjoy the beach because I was on a coaching call. It was ridiculous. And even though I created a business I could run anywhere in the world, I had spent over 16,000 hours trying to build my products and get clients in the first 3 years. That's an average of 15 hours a day. Like, I was working 2 jobs basically, building my company. And then I would lose my voice every few weeks because I was speaking at so many events and webinars and doing coaching calls, and put on over 20 kilos in that time, because it was a very sedentary lifestyle, sitting on my butt all day on the laptop. And I thought, I need to figure this out. I need to change what I'm doing. And so it was in 2016 when I thought, okay, I'm going to change my business model. I'm going to change the types of products and services that I'm selling so that I still serve my customers, but also serve myself. And that is to still earn the same amount of money or more amount of money, which I did, but then have my time back. And you can see my calendar massively changed from 2016, and you can see, it's pretty similar, and I have that residual income coming in because I've created that system that will allow me to do that in my business. So this blueprint helped me create the lifestyle where I could live anywhere I wanted to and travel 6 to 10 months of the year. This is where I've lived for the last 6 years in Potts Point. It was a beautiful view, and I just sit there inspired all day and working with customers, and I'd go for a run to the Opera House and back, and it was just amazing. And so I think, Steve, you have a pretty similar view there. In fact, here's a little bit of trivia for you. I used to windsurf right out your back door there on the water there in Balmoral, and that's where I used to train all those years ago. So you probably used to watch me. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, this is definitely what I call my happy place. It's where I am most mornings if I'm not out on the bike between 5 and 6:30 as the sun comes up. It's my creativity time, and it is all about setting the business to suit the lifestyle so that you can really live and not just survive, and you don't have the business dictate totally your terms. And that's our goal again for you tonight, to be able to share with you ways that you can grow your business and leverage your business to really be able to impact your life and lifestyle and the family and loved ones that you do have around you. So we're going to go through very quickly is who this is for. And we talk about what's called the brown box syndrome. It's for people that are probably good at what they do and they've got some great products and services to sell, but they're seen the same as everybody else and not standing out, and you may be titled by your category. And it's not until people really get to know you and understand who you are and what you do that they think, wow, you're fantastic. But if you're sitting on the shelf the same as all the other brown boxes, then there's not a lot to compare you on. And quite often all they do compare you on is just price. And if you're struggling to stand out and attract high quality clients, then this is definitely for you. And we're going to share you some great strategies. So if you look like a brown box, then basically you're a commodity. We're going to show you ways to break out of that. And I know how it felt when I was leaving some of my work and I was getting into the coaching and consulting, and I was a brown box. I call myself a video marketer and didn't really stand out. And I call myself a business coach and didn't really stand out. I was like, what is it that I have to do to grow my business? And I had to explain over and over again who I was and what I did. And that took ages. And worst is, they'd look at me when I'd say my price and I'd have to justify my fees. And why are you charging that? But I guess like you, I knew I was good at what I did, but I just couldn't communicate. I couldn't get it out there, and I couldn't get the people to come to me. I didn't stand out. And worst of all, I'd have great conversations with people. But when it got to the sales part, I sucked at selling myself. And that was it. I just sucked at selling myself. And I thought, I'm sure many of you would probably look at this and say, wow, that explains me. Yeah, I've got to explain. I've got to justify my fees. I don't stand out. And I really don't like the selling part. So I did what I normally do in a situation like that. I invested in changing me. I knew something had to happen and I couldn't do it by myself. So I flew over to America, did some training with this guy, Dave Van Nuys, and it was there that one thing twigged. I could tell that he was selling a system for what he did and not selling himself. And I thought, that's it. That's the key thing. Never did he have to get up on stage and say, hey, I'm good. And I thought, that's it. I stopped selling myself, created and sold a system. My business, my life, and everything changed. And I'm going to share with you. Here's me. I got to speak around the world. Here's me speaking at the World Internet Summit because I changed everything around and started selling the system. The question is now, and we're actually going to get you to type in, what is it that you're looking for from us tonight? Why are you here? What is it that we could help you with and add value to your life and your business? Just type in one line why you are here. And I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to get to see them again, Al, but if you could read some of those out, that would be absolutely brilliant, because I'm sure there's some of them are coming right through now.
Sure. Can you hear me? I just unmuted myself.
Yep, all good.
Yep. Cool. So Sam's saying he'd like to scale his business. Fantastic, Sam. Michael's saying make more money. But it doesn't. Don't we all want to make more money? Everybody wants to make more money. You can never have enough. Fantastic. Adrian wants to get her time back. So that's a great one. Yeah, so that's cool. What else have we got here? We've got a few more make more monies coming in. So there seems to be a theme here. Bill's saying increased cash flow, so that's cool.
Awesome. Yep, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Okay. Well, let's go through some of the things.
Hang on, there's some more coming in.
Oh, okay.
Sam's saying, just started my own business and I'd like to get my first customers and leads. Fantastic, Sam.
Good.
Sam, put in the chat box what kind of business you've got. We'd be curious about that. Sandra's saying, I have a program and I'm looking to systemize it so it can be an online program in the future equals dollars. So fantastic, Sandra. That's awesome. Yeah, so this webinar today, guys, is going to absolutely help those businesses wanting to do those things. And so make sure you write down great notes, because you know, we're going to be sharing a lot, and it's exciting, you know, when you when you can see the future, you know, especially you startups out there. The best thing about being a startup, Steve, is they haven't made any mistakes yet.
Yeah, and it's so great for startups.
They can do it right first time.
And those who have existing businesses to be able to tweak, because when you look at it, all businesses, in fact, here we go. Now, we're actually going to show you a system. So how many of you want to access a system that's going to create the lifestyle? Here's old Jerry Maguire who's yelling, show me the money. We're going to go one step further. We're not just going to show you the money. We're going to show you the system, because all successful businesses in general just need three things. They need traffic. They need people looking at you. They need the right people. And we're talking about leads are the right people coming to look at you for the right program. So it's all about you attracting the right people, particularly hopefully ready to buy. And then, of course, there's conversions, because if there's no sales, there's no food on the table. And that's what we're looking at here. So that's how Allison and I got together, and we thought, well, let's create a complete blueprint. So we're going to show people and show you how to get the traffic to you, get the right traffic to you, and be able to sell. But unlike most people who will just say, okay, here's how you get traffic, and there's courses out there on how to get Facebook ads, how to get social media traffic, how to do all those, and there's lots of singular courses, but this is the only one that puts all this together. And tonight we're actually going to start with leads. How can we get the right people to you and talk to you? And then when you automate it all, you are going to have a lifestyle business. Now, leads is all about positioning and getting quality leads and being seen as the leader in the marketplace. If your pen is there, pen, pencil, or whatever it is that you want to write this down now. I would prefer that you tattooed this on the back of your eyelids, but it's that important. Your perceived position predicts your profits. It's how you are seen out there in the marketplace. If you're just seen the same as everybody else, guess what? You are probably going to compete on price, and you'll see other people steal your potential clients, even though you know you can do a better job. So the first thing that we're going to have as a theme all the way through is how can you be seen as unique and an authority in your marketplace. And let's talk about brown boxes. A business consultant, would you say that is a brown box? I'm not going to wait for the answers, because guess what? It is a very, very brown box. The way that I'm going to teach you tonight is show you exact and real case studies, so we can go through and show you how other real people have done it, and you can say, yeah, you know what? I can do that too. And that's the best way, not just theory, but very, very practical. Adriana was calling herself a business consultant. We worked out what was the unique things about her. She worked with companies on a part-time basis as their CEO because they couldn't afford a full one. They couldn't afford a full-time CEO. So we called her the back pocket CEO, put out her information, become an Amazon bestseller in a group book. Within 2 years of changing this around, she was nominated in the top 20 innovative consultants globally. Yeah, not just in Australia, globally. Think to yourself, would that have occurred just because she's good at what she did? Would that have occurred if she called herself a business consultant? She did things innovatively and stood out and attracted high quality clients. And this is her in London picking up that award. So she definitely went from a brown box to a really, really bright blue box. So that's just the positioning. Think to yourself, okay, what is it that I do that possibly is different that I could call myself that instead of just my job or occupation title? What are you really delivering? Most people will deliver and say what they do as the things that they do. We've got some people a little bit later on, and they just title what their outcomes are by the hours that they do and they charge. Here's the saying: sell the aspiration, which is their goals, the hopes and the dreams of the people, not your perspiration. People really don't care whether it's going to take you 5 hours, 5 days, or 5 weeks. They really don't care of all the nuts and bolts that you have to do to put it all together. What they do care is the outcome. So if you could repackage your programs, your products, so that they're delivering the outcome, you're going to be able to sell a lot more. They are outcome based, and people will pay more per outcome than per hour. I'm going to show you some great examples of that right now. This one is all about combining the positioning and packaging. A web and an app developer. It's pretty brown box, isn't it? We looked at what he did, and he was actually listening to the businesses that came, worked out exactly what they needed, and built it. So he was building specific webs and apps, you could call them, but he was building them to help them grow their business. So we retitled him to a digital business strategist. Think to yourself, would I expect to pay more for a digital business strategist or a web and app developer? Web and app developers, you're competing with overseas prices, and he was doing lots of websites at low prices. Now he's doing high quality work at high prices. He provides digital business solutions, not webs and apps. His results were phenomenal. Added 6 figures. That's over $100,000 he added to his business just by changing the positioning and packaging. That's really not spending much on anything else except changing positioning and packaging. And he now closes 95% of his clients. And he's been saying that for the last 3 years. He continually closes 95% of people coming to him because they know what they're getting. They're expecting to pay a significant amount. Changing tack. This guy's a dentist. I recently worked with him doing one of my last courses. He specifically said, Steve, I am a dentist. I do not want to sell. Like many people and businesses, I'm good at what I do. They should just buy. Okay, if you're competing with just brown boxes, that's not going to happen. You will sell low price. So we worked out, how can we position him differently? He's a dentist. So we created something. We created a program. He was working with people 55 and upwards who are starting to get things breaking and falling apart. But it's important to them that they actually eat steak until the day they die. So we created and called it the Teeth for Life program. It was really easy to sell. Would you like to maintain your teeth and eat steak till the day you die, or would you like to wake up every morning looking at them on your bedhead? And most people would say, well, I don't like looking at my teeth, just like my grandmother did. No, that's right. So the first person came in, said, I've got a broken tooth, and it was going to cost him about $1,500. And he just basically said, would you like to get that fixed now? We have a program that's going to help us go through, replace, and do a maintenance program that's going to save you time, save you pain for things broken down, and save you a lot of money in the long run. Would you like to look at our Teeth for Life program? He sold a program that was 26 times what the broken tooth was. It was a $40,000 program. Put on a fortnightly debit. This dentist now knows that when he goes to work every day, that month he's going to get $40,000 to $50,000 worth of recurring billing before he has to sell another program. We've added over $1 million worth of annualized revenue just by changing a program. Is that something that you guys would like to be able to learn how to change your programs? What is it that you could do that could package it in a different way, sell the outcome, and really increase your fees to start making more money? It's the mindset shift that we're working through now. Now, I've been showing people who are service professionals, but this works for products as well. And this is the butts out. I invented the butts out when I needed and I had to do something about cigarette butts getting everywhere. It was several years ago when smokers were being kicked out of buildings. My business partner in that said, Steve, there's 13 other personal ashtrays out there. So we created one. You could probably see down the bottom there, it actually had a bum on it, which is why we called it the butts out. But the thing that kicked the business was we didn't sell personal ashtrays. We didn't sell the pieces. We sold the program, which was cigarette butt litter reduction campaigns. So corporates, environmental groups, councils didn't necessarily want the personal ashtray. They just wanted cigarette butts gone. So we sold the outcome. We sold the aspiration, a clean environment. And so much so that we were the only ones selling that, and we became global authorities. We didn't set out to do that, became global authorities because we did something different. If you're selling a product, what is it that you could package around it that you could actually help sell that as well? We're moving now on to Allison, because here's the stuff. If we're going to be talking about creating a lifestyle business, we need to know how to capture leads and build the list. So Al, can you take over here?
Yeah, no worries. And I was just reading some of the comments. Sam here has a travel company and brings customers on cultural immersion journeys in beautiful destinations. And I just think that's awesome. But you're positioning yourself in this text as a travel company. What Steve is saying here is, how can we change you from being a brown box of a travel company into an immersion travel experience company or something, like, you know what I mean? Like this is what it's about, to make you stand out, which is awesome. And then once you have that X factor that what Steve was talking about, now we're going to capture those leads into your list, because we all know that, well, most people know this, but the money is in the list. The bigger you can grow your list, the better. Now, an opt-in page is a great place to send your traffic to. In fact, raise your hands, how many of you have an opt-in page right now? So you're building a database. It doesn't have to be a website. It could just be a landing page, an opt-in page like this one. In fact, most of you, or all of you, came to this page to opt in and register for this webinar, this training. Now, this particular page, excuse me, I need to drink some water. This particular page I built in 15 minutes. 15 minutes to set up this page, and guess what? It converts at 31% first go. So, over 30% of people that hit this page register for this event, which is an amazing way to build a database. Now, raise your hands, how many of you would like to build a list with 30% of people hitting your page with 15 minutes worth of work? Raise your hands if you think that would be pretty good. Sandra, she put her hand right up. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Andy.
They went up pretty quickly.
Got his hand up. Steve's got his hand up for sure. But this is what it's about. If you could invest 15 minutes of time, you can start building a database, which is fantastic. Now, the difference though between an opt-in page, and this is very simple, you're just collecting a name and an email address, and a website, is this. This is a website I built for Tim Olsen here, and you'll see that he has all these different tabs at the top of the website, right? Now, this is great to build the authority. We position him as a survival expert, and what we did was we made him a #1 bestseller in Amazon in his book, in 3 different categories in the first 4 hours of promoting. And this particular website does convert very well. The free survival training there at the bottom, we have an opt-in rate of 38%, which is amazing. But what happens is on a website is because there's so many different options of places you can click, like the home page, the about page, the products page, the training page, people can get distracted by all these options and then not take action, because every time somebody has to click, you lose half of the traffic, right? So when you do build a website, you need to have a very solid wireframe or a plan for how people are going to opt into your list in the least amount of clicks. And so this is something that I'm very good at, helping clients do this. Alternatively, you can also have a landing page, which is very simple with one option. Put your name and email address in for this ebook or this free gift or this free webinar or this a discount code, a coupon code, whatever it is. And by offering one option, you can get a higher conversion rate. This particular website, when they came to me, you can see is pretty old-fashioned looking, and wasn't getting many sales at all. And so what we did is we rebranded this website, and you'll see on this particular site, they wanted to target people who wanted to learn how to read. And so we had to target all of the different markets. So Steve, if you could click one for me.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
It's a lot better.
No worries. It's a massive difference, right? So learn to read in 2.5 hours, and there's the call to action above the fold there, and people can register and do this great course. And so, we had a massive improvement. But then what we also did is we built the landing page without the tabs at the top. So we can drive traffic to the website, test that, and we can drive traffic to a landing page and test that. But the main thing is, and this is what you need to remember with respect to, converting those customers into those leads, is that you must solve your clients' problems with your free gift. I really want you to write that down. Solve your clients' problems. If you don't know what your clients' problems are, go and ask them, because that's going to help you create that free gift that you can give away and get a higher opt-in rate. So, Steve, do you want to take over again and continue this conversion?
Yes. We're starting to fulfill our promise, because we're collecting the people, we're helping them getting quality people, they're positioning and packaging, getting that right. Now it's time to be able to learn how to just sell that little bit easier and take the stress out of selling, because if you're like I was, it's a stressful thing. One of the things that you're going to learn tonight is we're going to show you how you can actually increase conversion, so that the more people you talk to, you're actually going to sell a lot more. Because there's a technique that I'm showing you how to collaborate, not convince. I'm tipping that most people, if I said, how many people here like helping people, put your hand up, just about everybody, if not everybody, will put their hand up. It's the way that I'm going to show you how you can actually sell. Collaborate, not convince. It shortens the sales cycle, so you don't have to talk to them as long. You're selling your system, not yourself, which basically means at the end of the conversation, you don't have to say, well, what do you think? Hey, I'm good, buy me, I'm better than the others. That's never going to have to happen again. And here's why. Because it's all about creating your system the way that you do things, and then develop, as we have done, created our own, what I call a blueprint, a roadmap, a whatever, a diagram that shows. Because when you've got something sitting in front of them, and you can work through it very easily and then say, well, if we just did this, what would this mean to you? And then you can sit down and say, well, that would mean a lot to me. And then you can actually start collecting all of those benefits. And at the end of it, they see all the benefits sitting in front of them, and it just makes so much a difference. This is a colleague of mine. He's Michael Griffiths. He's a referral marketing coach and trainer. I've known him for 8 years, and year after year I kept saying, Michael, you need a blueprint. Michael, you need a blueprint. And he said, yeah, I get it, yeah. And then he came and did some training with me. He said, Steve, I understand. I need a blueprint. So within a week, he'd created a blueprint, ended up looking like this. He ended up having 87 conversions, 87 yeses before he missed his first one by now using this. He actually went from 3 40-minute calls. That's 120 minutes trying to tell people who they were and what they did and sell them into the program, to now it takes 20 minutes because they're actually demonstrating the system and how it would work in their actual business. And that stands out.
Hey, Steve, can I jump in here for a second?
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is awesome. And this is about getting your time back. In fact, raise your hands how many of you on this webinar would like to get your time back with respect to selling your customers. So that's a massive decrease in time. So what was that, an hour and a half or 3? What was that, 3 hours down to 20 minutes?
120 minutes. Basically, it's your 2 hours down to 20 minutes, and with almost 100% conversion rate. Which means,
so raise your hands how many of you would like to get your time back with respect to closing customers.
There's a few people saying yes.
Awesome.
And as Michael said, this won't change your business a little. It will change it forever. And he does not do a sales conversation. He does not do a presentation. He does not do anything without having his blueprint in front of him, and shows people, this is what we can do for you. And I'm sure all of you there, no matter what your business, you can create a blueprint, a very easy way of describing what you do, because generally most of would do the same sort of thing over and over again, even though it may be a little different. Why selling the system blueprint works? There's a lot of psychology behind this. We as human beings absorb images. That's how we do it. We absorb images. We can remember images. We can't remember lots of text on a page. Verbal is linear. When you start talking, people start forgetting what you said 4 minutes ago. Your blueprint, if you use it properly, it's to inspire them, not to inform them. It's inspiring them that you have a complete system to deliver the results that they want, not just you saying, hey, I'm good. And the other thing is you can own it. If you're struggling to find out, well, what is my positioning? How can I stand out? Once you create your blueprint, you can actually be the creator of whatever that system is. And that actually sets you up. Now, think how many in your target market have a blueprint, and take it out there and say, this is my blueprint for your success. I would guarantee there's less than 5% of all businesses across the country that have one. You can stand out by having one. I'm just going to show you a couple of other examples and how other people are using them. Prosper is a digital marketer. When we connected, I said, so what is it you do? Well, we do PPC, we do SEO, and we do Google AdWords. It was just rattling off all the bits and pieces. But what does that mean to me? You're just doing a lot of stuff. Now, he has his online prosperity blueprint. Finally, he's actually using his name in there. I couldn't believe that a guy with a name called Prosper didn't have prosperity anywhere. But anyhow, he's got the online prosperity blueprint. This is how we can help you make money in your business. That's basically what he's saying. And that's what people want. So his system is all about helping you make money. He went from struggling to sell his initial service at $250, and he now sells coaching at $10,000 because he's got a system for people to follow. And that's a massive change for him. Now, again, you saw my example of me selling butts outs for $1 or $2. These guys here sell pools, swimming pools, quite a few $1,000s. They've built the system around the pool itself that helps them sell the pool. They have a system to determine what is your ideal pool. Well, no one else has got that. We have a blueprint to be able to deliver it on time with the people, etc. And people think, wow, you've got all this organized. Everybody else is just basically a glorified tradie. They win award after award for the last couple of years in their category. Taking it up another notch, these people sell $800,000 and $900,000 duplex developments off this piece of paper. They have a system for people, not just I'm selling a building. They have an investment system that people can have confidence in, and all they do is take them through their blueprint. So it works for businesses where you're selling your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, and your services, but it also, when used properly, can help you sell a physical product when you're doing that. These guys have absolutely smashed it. I mean, yeah, selling an extra $1 to $900,000 development every month has really made a massive difference to their business. If all this did would add an extra 20, 30, 40% in your business, would it be worth having a look at this and saying, well, okay, I might change this because it's going to make that sort of a difference? We're going to go back to you, Alan. You're going to take over the screen now and really show the people how they can leverage this and really start building the lifestyle.
Absolutely. And you know what I love about these blueprints that you're showing, Steve, is that it works for products and it works for services. And it could be cheap products, it could be expensive products, it could be cheap services, it could be expensive services. And it's just so powerful how you're able to transform businesses like that with a really simple blueprint. I think it's awesome. So thanks for that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about planning your product path for your clients. So once you've got your blueprint in place, how are you going to sell this? How are you going to sell your blueprint? Now, let's say, for an example, you're going to have a free gift. Could be an ebook, it could be a free call, it could be a webinar. Whatever that free gift is, it needs to be free is the word. You have to build trust these days. It could be a free video that you give away about your product or service. It could be a coupon code. But then we do this ascension model thing where we go up in price, and usually the first product that we sell online is under $100. Now make sure that what you're selling is in the same niche, whether it's a magazine, whether it's a course, whether it's a software, whatever it is, needs to be under $100. And then upgrade them immediately. If they've already got their credit card out, they're excited to buy, you can upgrade them immediately to maybe a physical product or maybe a course, an online course, and then you upgrade immediately again to the done for you system or coaching or one-on-one personal time, and this is where you can make the big bucks. And this $500 could be all the way up to $10,000 or $50,000, or if you're selling cars or property or whatever it is, or holidays like one of our guys on the webinar today. So this is what we call an ascension model. But then if they hit certain pages and try to leave, we can create an exit pop. So one of those little pop-ups that says, wait, before you go, would you be interested in this other thing? Well, most people hate those things, but we love them as marketers because it adds an extra 18% revenue by exiting them down to another product they may be interested in. So raise your hands, how many of you would like to make an extra 18% revenue this year in your business? Just raise your hands if that would be cool. Just 18%. There we go. Sandra's got a hand up. Thank you. Jack's got his hand up. Michael, Sam's got his hand up. Adrian, Mohammed. Yeah, so lots of people are raising their hand now. Have an exit pop on your pages, guys. You could even have it. It could even be an exit to an affiliate product. Like this could be a gym membership. Now, something that I want you to notice with all of these products, they're all in the same niche. A big mistake people make is they go, oh, I'll lock people in for a health product, and then they try and sell a make money product or a personal development product. Doesn't work, guys. You'll lose trust and they'll opt out. So we need to keep feeding things people, I'm tongue-tied. Keep giving things to people that they need and keep solving their problems, all right? Now, this is what it looks on the back end. And now I don't want to be too complicated here for you guys, but this is what a sales funnel looks like in a sales funnel system. And this particular system that I'm sharing with you today is Fusion HQ. And I'll share with you, it's one of the best systems I've ever come across because you can build sales funnels like this in minutes, and you don't need to know coding, you don't even need to understand copywriting or anything like that. It's so incredibly easy to use, and I love easy. So another great thing that you should know about Fusion HQ is it has pre-made converting sales funnels. So these sales funnels are already pre-built. So you can choose a niche you're most passionate about. It could be health or personal development or making money online or whatever niche you're in. And you can actually upload one of these projects immediately to your account and you can start using it. It's got all the copywriting pre-written on the pages, everything's pre-built. So if you don't even want to do the work, it does it for you, and I love that. And so here's a landing page that I built. Maybe you're in coaching or consulting niche or something and you want to run seminars to sell your products or services. This guy, Mark, I built this landing page for him in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and we got a 25% opt-in rate first time, which is awesome, right? So we got 2,000 people hit the page, over 540 people registered for the different events around the country, and all we did was set up one thank you page and then just duplicate it 5 times and then just change the venue details on each page. It was as simple as that. So easy, and I love easy. Anyone can do this. So once you've got your pages set up, though, it doesn't mean it will convert first time, okay? So you need to drive traffic to your sales funnel and start with your opt-in page and start split testing. Now, split testing means you're testing, maybe different colored buttons or different headlines. So we send 100 clicks. So this could be out of Facebook or YouTube, or send an email out, or run a Facebook ad. And we can send that first 100 clicks to see if it converts. If it doesn't convert, if you're not getting registrations, if you're not getting buyers, change one thing, just one. Don't change 2, because if you change 2 things, how do you know which thing actually worked better? Okay, so change one thing and then test and send another 100 clicks. So when I'm talking about split testing, imagine that 2 identical pages are loading at the same time, intermittently like this. They're just loading while the traffic's coming. Okay, let's say the A page has a red button, a red buy now button, and the B page has a blue buy now button. Well, obviously, if the blue page has 29 clicks and the red page has 7 clicks, then B obviously wins. So then in my split testing, I make both pages with blue buy now buttons, and then I start split testing something else like a graphic or a headline. Okay, so is everybody following me? Just raise your hands if you're getting what I'm saying. I'm trying not to be too technical. Thank you, Sam. I see that hand. It's okay if you don't get it. We have video training on how to do all this. It's awesome. Sandra's got a hand up. Thank you. Awesome, guys. Thanks for the interaction. All right, so adjust headlines as needed. Try and get your opt-in page converting to 20% if you can. Even the color of the buttons, the graphics, everything can be split tested. So here's an example of a landing page that my team set up for me. I sent them some sales copy and I said, quick, build this landing page for me, because I wanted to test it. And so they sent this back to me the same day, and this is what they came back with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you guys to put in the chat box your immediate feedback, your immediate feelings, your immediate thoughts on this landing page when you see it. Now, don't worry, there's no wrong answer. Tell me what you think about this page, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. What's your first impression? Because actually, this is really good for you to start to understand, okay, well, what do we need to be looking for when it comes to our websites and our landing pages? So, Steve, I'll ask you while I'm waiting for everybody to write in the chat box what they think. What's your first impression when you see this landing page? How do you feel? What do you see?
Are you really sure you want my answer? Because you know I don't hold back.
No, I want your total, blunt, honest truth. What's your first impression of this page?
Well, my first impression is I'm wondering where the weapon is. Is it an ad for NCIS? And what's all of that blood doing on the back wall? It's revolting.
Blood. Okay. Actually, that's one of the first things that I felt as well. That looks like blood, even though it's like a pinky color. And so I said, oh, got to change the color of that pattern, because that's not the kind of image I want to be saying to my customers, right? The second thing I thought was, this girl, what's the point of her? Like, she's holding money. She's like 16. She's pointing up to the sky. Well, like, get what she's trying to do. It's a kind of a corny stock image. So it didn't really connect with my target market, who are actually much older than her. So we needed to change her because of the age appropriate graphics. Tim's saying in the chat box, the headline's too long. I agree with you, Tim. I think that this headline is too long, too hard to read. It's more like a paragraph than a headline. Very good. Somebody else is saying that the text in the middle is a bit hard to read.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree that grey is a little bit hard to read. It's too close to the black. Great feedback, guys. Somebody else is saying, yeah, I don't like the red. So okay, cool. So we made some changes really quickly, and you'll see, like, I feel like this is 100 times better. What do you think, Steve? Like, just
yeah.
the girl,
Yeah,
putting some branding at the top,
totally.
changing the, moving things around, right? So once you get the page looking to somewhat how you feel like this would be a good page to promote, then you start sending the traffic, and you start changing one thing at a time. Now, making small changes takes literally 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds to put a headline in here. 10 seconds to change this to dot points, right? 10 seconds, right? So how many of you think that you could make a change on a page in 10 seconds, press upload, and then test for something different? How many of you think you could do that in your business? Awesome. Sam's got his hand right up. I'm not sure. Is Sam a girl or a boy? We just have one Sam on today. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. So great to have you on here, Sam. Jack's got his hand up. Timmy's got his hand up. Mohammed. Yep. Awesome. So that's the thing, guys. 10 seconds, and you can split test your pages and get it working much, much better than what it would have been if I had have left it with the red dye, right? And this makes all the difference with how much money you can make. So let me show you a real life example. We set up a landing page to fill an event on a weekend. My client came to me and said, help, we have a seminar, like an event, a live event this weekend, and we have no people registered. We need your help. So I set up this little registration page. Then there was an immediate upgrade to a massage, and they could buy the massage. So my first go, using sort of the template within Fusion HQ, I designed it in the layout that it was sort of already pre-designed. And the first time we got the first 100 clicks come in, we were at 12% opt-in rate, which was great. We're getting conversions on day one, which is fantastic. And then we had an immediate upgrade of 23%, which is awesome. So happy with that. But we thought, okay, let's do a little bit of split testing now. And then we did a few changes, and 1 hour later we're already increased by 5.7% to 17%, and an upgrade to 31%, which is awesome for sales. And then by the very next day, we had 246 people hit the landing page from a local Facebook ad. We had 26.4% opt-in rate. That means 63 people joined her database and registered for the event, and 29.6% sales. So eight sales of pre-orders of the massage to do at the event. Now, she went from nothing, Steve, having no one going to attend her event, to having 63 people register within 24 hours.
It's just simple.
Cool?
I'm just going to share with these guys. I've been in business for quite some time and had websites for ages, and nobody lets me touch it.
Yeah.
for a good reason, that I break it. And I've actually been playing with Fusion HQ, and I've actually done some split testing. Shock horror, yes, I can. And even looking at building a back end funnel, because I know what to do with a green button, and I know what to do with a red button, and it's that simple. It's like, damn, I can actually do this.
But you know what's amazing about this, Steve? If we had have done nothing, she would have been stuck at 12%, or if we would have done nothing, she would have had no one show up, and she would have wasted all that time. But if we had have just left it here, she would have had half the people show up, so maybe 30 people show up. By doing this, we doubled the people that showed up to her event, which means it's double the potential for revenue, right? And this is what it's about, and this is how you make more money in your business by doing this. But once you've got this set up, this is all automated, pre-sales, build your list, pre-sales, everything. Once you've got your ads working and everything, it's all automated. Therefore, You just push the button on the ads and you can just build your business as much as you want, and you don't have to do anything. It's automated. You don't have to do a call with anybody. You don't have to spend time with anybody. You can just make money, which I love, which is really fun. All right. It's a cliche but important question. Are you working for your business, or is your business working for you? Most businesses, when they come to me, they're working in their business, not on their business. And they're like me in my first business where I was working 15 hours a day. That's what most businesses are like. In fact, raise your hands if that's you. You're putting in really long hours in your business and it's not working for you as you'd like it to be. Thanks, Mohammed, for being honest. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Adrian. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Alice. Okay, cool. So this is common. So let's talk about automating your traffic, because, you know, when you do automate all three things, your traffic, your leads, and your conversions, then you get your lifestyle business. So this part's going to be fun, and this is going to really transform your business. So let's get some traffic. So first of all, where do we go? Social media is absolutely the place you need to be playing now to get traffic. And if you're not in Facebook with your business, you need to know that there's 2.32 billion monthly active users in Facebook, and most people are in there at least 20 minutes a day. So that's a massive chunk of the world's population in Facebook. I get a lot of businesses say to me, Steve, oh, my market are in Facebook. Well, I'll share with you now, what is that, a quarter or a third of the world's population are in Facebook. So even if they're not in there for business, your market are in there, guys. You know, you have to be in Facebook. Google, also really important. 5.6 billion searches a day in Google. So still a massive place to rank and be found in Google searches. And then YouTube, don't underestimate that, because Google now owns YouTube. It's 1.3 billion people use YouTube, and 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube daily. So it's just massive, massive numbers here, guys. And if you can position yourself in these three platforms, I mean, of course, there are other platforms out there like your Instagrams, your Twitters, you know, all of those other platforms as well. But today I'm just going to talk about these three. All right, so raise your hands how many of you have a Facebook page for your business? Just so I get a feeling. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Alice. Zach is saying yes. Tim saying yes. Sandra saying yes. Benny saying yes. Cool. All right, so lots of hands going up now. See that? Great. Now, if you don't have a business page for your business, create one. It's free. And especially get the URL and protect your brand name. Need to do that. But what we did is we set up a Facebook page for this book for Lane Etheridge, Changing Lanes, and he became a best-selling author in 3 categories in less than 24 hours. Okay, so there are different ways to promote in Facebook. You can create events, you can post in groups, you can run Facebook ads, lots of ways, but you need to do it from a Facebook page. Now, the great thing about having a Facebook page is you can have unlimited fans, which is fantastic. So also on the back end of this book, he was able to upgrade 45 people into a $25,000 program. Now, I don't know about you, but from free book to a $25,000 client, that's a pretty good jump in ascension model. You know, why waste time with a free book, a $20 product, a $30 product, a $100 product? Just go straight for the $25,000 client. That's what he did. But, you know, you can do things like that when you have a system and a blueprint in place. Also, another wonderful way to get traffic is creating viral graphics. Now, this graphic was one of the top 10 shared posts, shared over 20 million times. So, and I can kind of see why. It's kind of funny. How to impress a woman: love her, kiss her, hug her, satisfy her, compliment her, listen to her. They even spelt next wrong, be bex to her. And then how to impress a man: have sex with him and give him food and beer. And, you know, it's kind of simple and kind of true for a lot of people. And so this was a massively shared graphic. Now, if you are going to create viral graphics like this, make sure that you put a link in the graphic to go buy something, even if it's an affiliate product. If you're just starting out, sell somebody else's product. This graphic was shared 20 million times and probably seen by over 100 million people. Even if 1% had have clicked on an affiliate link or a product, would have been over 1 million clicks to their website or landing page because of this one post. So make sure you do put a link with funny graphics like this. Creating Facebook ads is really the way to go now to get targeted traffic. Facebook has made a lot of changes with their rules about having links in graphics, and they're really forcing you to pay now. So ads are really the way to go. And ads can be super powerful because you can target your competitors' fans. And I love this because, you know, someone like Tony Robbins, he's got, you know, 2-3 million fans. You know, there's lots of people out there that have a huge following that I know that are in my market, and I can put an ad right in front of those fans because of Facebook, which is cool. And this particular ad, and you know, your graphics might be unusual. You might use an animal on your graphic or something strange like this with the toilet roll and the money. But it seems to get engagement, and it stops people in their newsfeed to stop and have a look and see what you're trying to do. And so what we do is we run these ads, and if you guys want to build a database, run a webinar. Webinars are a high perceived value free gift, and therefore our webinar pages convert very highly. Like I shared with you before, the webinar page you guys registered on converts at 31%. So you know, with 31% of people hitting the page, we had 5,000 people register for a single webinar in under 48 hours. So raise your hands if you'd like to build your database by 5,000 potential customers in 48 hours. How many of you think that would, you know, give you a chance to increase the revenue in your business? Thank you, Sam. That's awesome. Thanks, Benny. Michael, Tim, Adrian, Samantha, thank you. Bill, thank you. Zachary, thank you. Zane, thank you. Awesome. Margaret saying yes. Cool. So lots of people see the value in building a list. If you got 5,000 people to sell to, then that's the way you can go. All right. So let's talk about YouTube. YouTube's a lot of fun, and this strategy, can I call it a grey hat strategy, where you can get viral content, viral videos that are just going nuts. Get them early. Download them, change them a bit, make them your own, put your own ending on the end, and put a link to promote your stuff, and then re-upload them in your own account. Now, my client did this. I shared this at a seminar a couple of years ago, and you know what's funny about this one, Steve? I've been sharing this strategy for years. Do you know less than 1% of people actually do this strategy, and it's probably the most powerful free traffic strategy there is? Isn't that amazing?
I'd say it's much less than 1%.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, so this girl actually did take action and she uploaded this video, and she got over 300,000 views of her video in less than 2 weeks. So she rings me up in a panic and she goes, "Allie, help. I got 300,000 views of my video. What do? I got to turn these people into customers." And I said, "Put a link in your video, put a link in your description." So what she did was she put the link here in the description to Tony D Music, and then we'rethesuperhumans.com. She credited the place where she got the video from first, and then she put her link underneath that. Now, the mistake she made here is the first 2 links send traffic away from her and not to her business. You can credit where you get something from, but don't link to it, because now, you know, you've lost the traffic. So what she should have just done is had the selfconfidencemotivation.net link just there by itself, right? So then, you know, it kept increasing. Now, something that you need to understand with clickable links here, you need to make sure you do the HTTP before the www, because if you don't do that, it won't be a clickable link. That's another good tip for you to know. All right, so she had 350,000 still that year, and then I actually checked the other day, it was last week, and you can see over 600,000 views of this particular video now after 3 years. So just to see how this is over time, in the first 2 weeks, she got 350,000 views, and then over the next 3 years, she increased by an extra 100,000 views a year. Right? Now, that's amazing. Can I call it residual automated traffic. If you get even 10% of people who watch your video click to your landing page, that's 35,000 clicks in the first 2 weeks and 10,000 clicks ongoing every year while people keep watching this video. Or if you want to call it 62,000 clicks. Now, if she had have paid for Facebook ads, it would have cost us $62,000 in Facebook ads. So massive saving. Now, here's another strategy with YouTube videos, and this is something really powerful with respect to Google. Google brings in the exact match keyword for the title of the video into the web search in Google. So a lot of people, they name their videos wrong. They call it 8 steps to something or 3 steps to. How do people know in Google to search 8 steps for anything, right? They search for how they search. They search how to start a business, how to make more money, how to lose weight. You know, they search in questions, they search for certain topics. And if you name your videos with that keyword, you will be found for free. Now, this video that's named correctly happens to have over basically 500,000 searches, right, in a little bit over a year since it was published, okay? So 500,000 views in a year. Now, this was found because I did the Google search on this, and you'll see here how to start a business in Google AdWords is searched 1,000 to 10,000 searches a month. So 10,000 people every month for a year and a half have been finding this video for free, probably sharing it with their friends. And by doing the Google research, you can then go, okay, well, this is the highest search keyword. I'm going to call my video this. If he had have called the video how to build a website, he might have only been found 1,000 times a month. So do your keyword research before you name your videos so you can rank in Google for free and get that residual traffic. So this is really important. All right, so this strategy, I love this strategy because of many reasons. Get affiliates to promote your business for you. I don't care how cheap your product is, how expensive it is. If you can get joint venture partners or affiliates promoting your business for you, then you can make a lot more money. And I'm going to show you some examples of how this worked in my business in a second. So here you'll see that this particular affiliate program, I had 153 clients that I turned into affiliates and got them to promote the product that they just purchased. And because of these 153 people, they copied and pasted the graphics I gave them in their affiliate link, and they brought me 403,000 people to my landing page straight away, like within a month or two. So raise your hands, how many of you would like an extra 400,000 free clicks to your business? Seriously, even in a year, right? I mean, this is just from 150 people who don't even know how to market. We're getting this, which is amazing, right? So affiliate programs are incredible. And then there are other great tools as well for affiliates. If affiliates can track, this is also in Fusion HQ, you can track your unique clicks compared to your raw clicks. So how many individual people are hitting your page to how many people maybe hit your page more than once. And then you get a real accurate conversion rate when they share their affiliate link. But you can also do this great thing where you can create sub-tools and create one for Facebook or one for email marketing or one for LinkedIn or Twitter, and then promote your sub-tool link and track your traffic from LinkedIn or track your traffic from Facebook. And this way you can stop wasting money and energy in the platforms that aren't getting you any traffic or any conversions. If I'm spending $1,000 in Facebook ads and $1,000 in Twitter ads, and the Twitter ads aren't converting, why would I keep wasting money that way? I mean, Steve, what do you think? Do you think this is a pretty cool tool to like help you grow your business? I mean,
you know where it's all coming from.
I know. It's one of the most powerful tools that you'll ever use in your business because you'll stop wasting money and time in platforms that aren't working for you. So that's really cool. All right. So in this particular case, I launched Online Bizzo with a few affiliates. And you'll notice here, remember I said to have an ascension model. So I had my initial products that I sold, and then I had my upgrade products. And because I did this, I added an extra $40,000 to my revenue in the launch within the first month because I sold more than one product. That's the first thing, 40% increase in revenue. Then my affiliates, even just my top 5 affiliates, got me 40 extra sales, 40 sales, right? Which meant a 30%, or 41 sales, I should say. That's a 30% increase in revenue right here, right? Because I had affiliates promoting. So 40% extra revenue because I had upsells, and 30% extra revenue because I had affiliates. And once I set this up once, it was automated. I didn't have to do any extra work. No work for 40% increase and 30% increase. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty cool. Like, how many of you would like to increase your revenue like that? 40% revenue and 30% revenue by doing 2 things in your business. Two of those strategies I've just shared with you. Well, I hope you guys are taking notes, because this is how you do it. This is how you automate and scale your business. Cool. Thanks, guys. I see those hands. All right. So the ultimate tip, though, is nothing will happen unless you spend the time to do it. Taking action can be scary, right? Well, not taking action can be even scarier. And what I don't want is for you guys to come back, in 6 months, 12 months, a year from now and go, oh, I haven't applied that video strategy yet, or I haven't done this yet. So just imagine, with just a couple of hours work, making thousands per month, a week, or even per day. Would it be okay if we showed you how we can help you even more than we have today? Just raise your hands if that would be all right, because we only have a limited amount of time, but we've put something together really special for you because you're here, so we'd like to be able to share it. Thanks, Jenny, for raising that hands. Thanks, Mohammed. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Michael, thank you. All right, cool. So you can do this yourself. We've just shown you what to do. You can create your authority positioning. You can redesign your programs and packages. You can design the blueprint that sells. You can script your sales presentation. You can set up your sales funnels, your autoresponder, your automated sales systems, your affiliate systems, and split tests for conversions. We've just shown you what you need to do. But the truth is, though, isn't this the case? Life gets in the way, right? Family gets in the way, job gets in the way, social media, pets, TV, everything gets in the way if you let it, right? So what about fast tracking it? Who would like to do that? Raise your hands if you'd like some help to fast track all these things in your business. I think it's lighting up a bit like a dashboard here.
These people can't wait. They can't wait.
I know. You know what? I love this word fast track. And you know what? We love this word fast track so much, we put it in the program name. The TLC fast track. And you know what? When I met Steve a couple of weeks ago, I was so blown away by everything that he'd done with his clients and achieved, even personally. And I think he was, pretty impressed with what I'd done. And we thought, you know what? If we joined forces and we created the TLC Blueprint, this is going to form whatever businesses all over the world. Like, this is going to be the most epic program you could possibly imagine, because what it does is it puts all those important parts that need to work together in one program. So this is what we've done for you, the TLC Blueprint. So Steve, I'm going to hand it over to you to maybe share the first part of this program, because you're going to be working with some people on this. Is that cool? So I'll move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, here is what you get. And for all of the people that you've seen in my part of the presentation, the real and recent case studies, some of those people are just in the last few months. This is exactly what I did for them. And this is exactly what we can do together as well. First and foremost, we're going to work with you, creating your credibility and authority positioning. This is another very simple blueprint. This actual blueprint itself makes me roughly $15,000 to $25,000 per month. Just this, I'll say piece of paper, but it's a slide. Then we're going to work through your packaging and the promotion, and the traffic is going to be Allison. And then I'm certainly going to help you make it easier to be able to get those conversions there. The best way that we're going to deliver this, and it's a proven way that I've done it for quite some time and get the results that you've seen, is to be able to create an online program so you can do it in your own time. There's video training, there's worksheets there, and the first one we're going to pull apart, and you're going to go and create your authority positioning, discover, present your uniqueness, and you can see how that worked. And to be able to attract higher value clients. Stop dealing with the people who don't value you and don't pay you money. Create your position, and that's what's going to attract those people. The next step is create your high value programs. Sell the outcomes, not the inputs. Redesign your services and offerings, and just avoid that price comparison. Nobody wins with that, so get out of it and you won't have to ever do it again. The next module, number 3, is where a lot of the magic happens. You'll be able to take and go through a very systemized approach to say, what is it that I do and how do I do it and how can I communicate it in a very simple way? And you'll be able to go from, and look, just the other day with one of the global leaders, I showed him exactly how my business worked in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And that got me onto a global summit. And you'll be able to cut time down very significant. This blueprint is powerful. The last module is, of course, how to sell. And in that, there's video training, there's scripts. You'll be able to cut and paste and follow them through, so you'll take the stress out of it and you'll know exactly how to do it. And that's in itself is $14.97.
Steve, you know what I love about this, and I'm sorry to jump in, but
Sure.
learning how to sell is one of the most valuable things I think I've ever learned. And to be able to have the sales scripts and techniques in this program, I mean, that's worth millions of dollars. Seriously. Like, the person who taught me how to sell, it's the reason why I was able to generate millions of dollars. And it's just, I just love that you have this in this program, because no one will ever struggle for money if they know how to sell. And so I love that you have this in there.
Look, the interesting thing is most professional salespeople will teach you how to sell yourself better. And if you're a professional and you hate selling yourself, it doesn't matter how good you are at selling yourself, you still got to sell yourself. With this complete system, you take a step sideways and you sell your system. Most professionals can say, I'm better at selling somebody else than myself. And that's the aha here. We take the stress out of selling yourself. I don't leave you there. I'm going to be with you each step of the way. We've got 4 group mentoring calls. We're going to go through each module. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to make sure you're up to scratch. We're going to have some live Q&A, hot seating to make sure that you are there. That's done via Zoom. And the great thing about that is if you can't make it, it is recorded. If you can make it, it is recorded, and you don't have to stress about taking notes and keeping up. You can just enjoy and partake in the actual call, because the recording is going to be there for you to go over and over again. That group mentoring with me is invaluable, and that's valued at $19.97, and that's all part of the program itself. We set up a Facebook group. It's a closed group. And the people in there are going to be there to help you succeed. You'll be able to go in there, you'll be able to share your ideas, you'll be able to share what you think is your positioning, and you'll be able to have comment from other people going through the program and me. Put some questions in there, and that's where I'll be able to answer them as you're going completely through the program. And that, to have virtually a mastermind at your fingertips, is priceless, but $9.97. The next thing is, when Allison and I got together, I said, well, I've got this thing that I only ever do for my highest level people, and it's called the Change the Game program. It's where we really unpack your authority. It's a complete 3-dimensional review of you, your clients, and your competition. We uncover your unique authority and peel back the onion rings another 2 or 3 layers deeper. But the great thing about it is we actually discover hidden opportunities when we start peeling that back. And that in itself is the foundation to really build your and communicate your credibility. And as I said, that's my highest level that I can implement into this for you and give to you. And that's worth $2,500. But you know what? I don't want you to leave half baked. I want you to have the I guess the Brozzo seal of approval. So I'm giving you a one-on-one implementation call with me, going to refine your authority positioning, going to test your unique solutions and programs, fine tune your blueprint. But the kicker is on that call, you're going to be selling to me. We're going to be recording. I'm going to critique it. I'm going to give you suggestions, give you the advanced sales training one-on-one so you can record the scripts and they are yours. I'll basically be developing your personal scripts on the call itself, and you'll be practicing selling, and having me review that is absolutely amazing. You'll be able to go out and do it tomorrow. Then that valued at $12.50 in itself. So the whole program, my part of the program is really positioning, packaging, and making sure that you're seen as that person to attract the right level of people coming to you almost ready to pay. So the online program is $14.97. The Change the Game Authority Unpack $2,500. The group mentoring calls $19.97. The Facebook group support mastermind group $9.97, and that one-on-one personal call with me where I send you out with my rubber stamp of approval, $12.50. Now, that in itself is just over $8,000. But as it happens, just 2 weeks ago, I was invited to that International Marketing Summit, one of only 2 Australians to present on that. So I am actually giving you the 36-minute sales funnel toolkit, where you'll be able to take people from Facebook and LinkedIn in particular, if that's your market, in 36 minutes of your time and turn them into high-level clients. This is the funnel that I use day in, day out, and it's very, very simple. But now that's valued at $397. Let's quickly go back through again. The first part of the program, which was valued at $82, now with the 36-minute sales funnel toolkit in there, it's over $8,600. And you're going to think, well, if all this did would save me time on sales that you saw with Michael Griffiths, or boosted my business $100,000 in 6 months like it did with Matt, or shortcutted the sales conversations that I was having, do you think that 8.6 would be worth it? But
absolutely.
That's why you're playing with me.
I'll tell you now, Steve, like, this is incredible what you're offering here. But it's true, guys, you'll never ever need another online marketing program again. And here's why. I've decided to throw in Fusion HQ. This is a business that I own. It's where you can build your sites, your lists, your profits. It's the original and still the best drag and drop automating platform on the planet. I'm going to give you a 1-year free license to this. Now, once you've got your branding, your packaging, your positioning, your blueprint, and everything with Steve, then you need to get it online. This platform will help you get it online. And so I love this. So it's the ultimate solution for experts and business owners. It's got your drag and drop sales funnels, your content sites with SEO. It's got your drip feed membership areas. It's got your built-in affiliate system, your free support, powerful automated mailer, fast hosting, or you can use your own if you want. One-click split testing. I love this. 60-second business setup. I'm going to show you about that in a minute. That's probably one of my favorite features. And then free lifetime updates as well. So as we upgrade the software every year, you get those updates as well. Total value over $7,000 to access this software. Here's Adam. He's saying, every time I use Fusion HQ, I'm like, thank God this exists. My business is, I'm building a site right now for a launch on Friday, and there's no way I'd get this done in time in WordPress. You can build sales funnels like this in minutes. I'm talking minutes. Build higher converting landing pages in minutes as well, just like this one that I showed you before, or this one that I built in 15 minutes. I think, Steve, when I showed this to Steve, you were pretty blown away, right, Steve? I just said, no worry, I'll just set up the landing page for next week. And you were like, what?
I think it was done before we got off the phone call. For you guys out there that are building your business and want to grow your business, we met 4 weeks ago. That's it. We've created a complete business sales funnel, automated everything in 4 weeks, and that's how easy it is to use. I'm a techno anti person, but damn, even I can do it.
Well, well, I'm anti-techno too. Like, I don't even know coding, and I built this in 15 minutes. I mean, that's how fun it was. Anyway, so you can also track your sales and affiliate commissions, just like, one of my other product launches here. You can build beautiful membership areas. There are membership sites pre-built in there. You can just edit the content and make it your own, or build your own from scratch. It's up to you. Chris is saying here, we have several successful sites with Fusion HQ. I cannot speak highly enough about it. They have awesome training videos, and compared to WordPress, it's like going from carrier pigeon to state-of-the-art broadband. Greg Jacobs, very, very successful internet marketer. And he's saying, seriously, guys, before I got to Fusion HQ, we had a full-time programmer integrating 5 different systems, and they still did not work. This is a no glitch, trick, or loophole. Fusion HQ is the last word in Internet Marketer's Toolkit. Guys, I just want to draw your attention to something. What is the price of paying a full-time programmer, right, for a whole year? It could be $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. And then paying for 5 different systems could be thousands of dollars a month. This replaces all of these costs. I love this. In fact, Fusion HQ was designed by internet marketers for internet marketers to do it better than everything else out there. So how much can you save? These guys, before we discovered Fusion HQ, we were both spending $1,478 per month. So that's nearly $3,000 a month they were paying for their business, and $5,000 to launch a new product from scratch. It also has a powerful and easy to use autoresponder. You can mount a segmented list, which means you can split your lists up between prospects and buyers of certain products or events that you have, and so you can segment them all. You can track how many receive, open, and click your emails. You can export your subscribers with one click. I love that feature because I run events, so I can just export people, which is cool. You can view your members with an easy search to see how many have registered, opened, and clicked. You can also embed smart codes like first name, affiliate link, passwords, and whatnot. So this is just a quick example of setting up an email. And you can see here I can mail to a list of 100,000 people at a time, and it doesn't cost me anything extra to do that. It's awesome. And I can insert special tags like hi first name, so it's more personable, and I can save it, I can preview it, I can send it, I can delay sending, I can do whatever I want, which is awesome. We also host your business. You can create and host custom email accounts. If you were to go to GoDaddy, you'd be paying $5 per email per month that you have. Host your landing pages, host your membership sites, host your website, saving you potentially thousands of dollars a year. Fusion HQ is the internet marketing software that, the best internet marketing software that you can find on the net, period. And I love that he, that he's saying here that the email delivery is even better than Aweber, and all Aweber does is email marketing. And, the email marketing in Fusion HQ is better than a company that only focuses on that, which I think is awesome. So you can use all sorts of platforms online and spend thousands of dollars a month. And if you pick the wrong platform, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars to move in the future to a good system that's robust and scalable. Or you can set up a business in minutes. So inside Fusion HQ, there are 5 ready-to-go Fusion boxes. These are ready-to-go, basically online businesses, which include squeeze pages and sales pages and products all ready to sell in the system. And so you can just set it up in your niche, and you've got a business ready to go in under 3 minutes, right? We've got here the Ultimate Experts Business Template as well. So if you're a professional service, we have a business templates and squeeze pages and membership areas and everything already pre-built in the system for you, so you can just make it your own.
Just before, can we just stop there a second and go back, because when Sandra typed in at the beginning that she said I can actually see the comments. She has a program, she's looking to systemize it and take it online in the future. Having the expert business template would be absolutely perfect to be able to create everything that she needs, create a membership area to host the program online, and that in itself would be an absolute bonus for Sandra getting started taking her program online.
Well, even Sam with his travel company, and building the database of people and giving them different experiences online, this can all be done in here, which is really cool. We also have live interactive support, and this is a massive obstacle remover because, we hold your hand. And if you're transferring from one platform across, or if you're building from scratch, we're going to help you. We're going to hold your hand, and we're going to get you set up online. And you have unlimited email support from us as well. We have a great support system. So let's recap. You get the Fusion HQ software with over 200 features. I don't even have time to tell you everything that it does. There's just so much that it does. 5 ready-to-go businesses, experts, business templates, live interactive support, hosting to save you potentially thousands of dollars a year, over $10,000 worth of value that you're going to get in this program tonight. But there's more, because you're here. We've got something really special for you. We're going to give you a way to make your money back fast. We're going to give you 30% commission for every sale that you make if you get your friends into Fusion HQ or get people onto our future webinars to sell this program. You're going to make hundreds of dollars per sale, per year, or per month, just by sharing a link, which is cool. You only need 3 sales to cover the costs of this program, which is pretty cool. We also have pre-made for you all of the graphics and the swipes. So if you can copy and paste, you can make your money back, which is pretty good, and even more money. Some people, I don't know if you know this, Steve, but a lot of people run their business just being an affiliate of some of my products. That's their only business, just being a referral partner, which is pretty cool. Also, we have 28 days step-by-step training program. Now, this is phenomenal. This program is worth $2,000, and it's everything you need to know about how to get online with the online part of your business. So
Allison,
once you've got your brand,
I think you got it wrong there, because I've seen programs that are worth $19.97 and they only cover one of the days that you've got there. $19.97 for copywriting, $19.97 for video creation, $19.97 for YouTube training.
I know, but people don't believe that this is probably worth 50 grand, right? So it probably is. In fact, Steve, I've probably spent over $50,000 in my training when I was $37,000 in debt, learning, not even everything that's in this membership area. So we all know the value of this is a lot more, but look, it's freaking awesome because you can just go through it, few minutes every day, just watch a video, and by the end of the month, you'll be so knowledgeable on how to get your business online. And then if you implement it at the same time, you'll just see amazing strides forward. So let's recap. You're getting all the Fusion HQ software as well as the hosting, the Fusion Dojo membership area, $12,983 worth of value there, which is cool. So this is just a bit of a visual of some of the features of Fusion HQ, what it looks like, and what you'll be playing with. So inside the TLC Fast Track program, we have the 4-module Fast Track online. We have the Change the Game Authority Pack. We have the 4 group mentoring calls. We have the private Facebook group, the one-on-one time with Steve, which is absolutely phenomenal. Steve, I can't believe you're going to give so much time to everybody, which is awesome. 36-minute sales funnel toolkit. You're also going to get Fusion HQ software, which is over $12,000 worth, and which is $21,000 worth of program here in the TLC Fast Track program. So we were discussing the price of this. I don't even want to call it a price. I want to call it an investment, because that's what it is. And I thought it would be worth $10,000, honestly. That's what this is worth. But then we thought, okay, well, we're selling it on a webinar. We should, probably, do something that's probably more affordable for people. So we came to this price, and, we didn't come to this lightly, but, each one of our programs is worth that much each. So, so it's a wonderful, wonderful value. But you know what? Steve and I were talking about it, weren't we, Steve? We were like, yeah, we need to do something even better. So I know at this price it may be out of reach for some of you, so we've decided to not charge you this much. So because you're here, we reward action takers. and you can get it all for just $2,997, and then $197 a month starting from next year, because the Fusion HQ software will continue. Remember, you're getting a full year up front of the software to build your assets and everything. So this is the link. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Now, we're going to reward action takers even further. So let me just type this in, tlcblueprint.com/fast track. Make sure I spelled it right. I think I did. Send to everybody. There we go. So you can click on that link and get in right now. Now, this program, like I said to you before, each program alone is worth minimum this month, much each, and you're getting all of it all in one for taking action today, which is pretty cool. So we're going to open it up for questions now. Steve, did you want to share anything more about this before we start with questions?
Look, talking about affiliate marketing, my wife is an affiliate marketer, as a main part of her business, and as such, I get to know what programs are going around the world, and I have done for the last 20 years. This by far is the most comprehensive, most powerful program that is complete on the planet, bar none. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't say that to brag. I just say that from a position that I just know what's out there and what people are putting out there. We get to work with you. Most people will just sell a program and leave you alone. I can't do that. I can't let you go unless I've just done everything in my power to make sure that I can make an absolute transformation in your business. And that's my goal. Our goal
But
together.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, Steve, one of the things I love about you and what I love about myself is that we're so results focused, because we're both athletes, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why we connected so well, because we both care about our results, but we also both care about our customers' results. And we both invest so much into making sure our customers are successful. And that's why I love that you're giving your personal time. So here's what I'm going to do. For the first five of you that get in, I'm also going to give my personal time too. It's not on the slide here, Steve, but I'm going to give my $4,000 strategy session to those first 5 people that get into this. Now, I've been called in to be the launch manager for Jay Shetty last year. He's got over 1 billion views of his videos in social media. Also, Forbes Riley, she sold over 1 billion products on television. I was her launch manager for You Will Change the World. You know, I was brought into Apple for a strategy for them. Guys, this strategy session will absolutely transform your business. And not only that, I'm going to give those first five that get in, I'm going to give you a $500 cash credit to anything that you need from my integrity marketing business. So if you need Facebook ads done for you, if you need your landing pages built for you, so if you don't want to design them yourself, we'll design them, write the copy for you. We'll get everything built for you, get them tested, get them working. You're going to have that $500 credit to anything that you need. Now, that's not on the sales page, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump out here and go to the sales page.
So hang on.
When you go to,
hang on.
Yeah.
So basically, you're going to have a strategy session with them.
Yes.
They're going to understand who they are, who they're going to be, what their packages and programs. You're actually going to create the business strategy.
Yes.
How to take it online, how to leverage it, and then basically pay for your team to build it for them.
Yeah, I'm going to give them $500 credit towards what they need. But that's I can only give that to 5 of you.
Yeah, I'm going to jump out and get that myself. Stuff them.
No, seriously, guys. But I mean, this is how committed I am. Like you are, Steve. Like you're giving your time in this too. I mean, honestly, I don't make any money out of the strategy, obviously, or the $500 credit. You know, because but I'm committed to helping you guys get online and make this work. So, I mean, this takes this over now $25,000 worth of value. It's not on the sales page. I'm throwing this in now to reward action takers. And, you know, this may never be offered again. But I just thought, you know what? I just want to help you guys. And you know why I can do this, Steve? I got all my time back because I created a system where I don't need
Because you practice what
so
you preach.
I can give a 2 hour strategy session now again and not worry about, oh, I don't have enough time for it, right? So this is pretty cool. So guys, this is amazing value. You're getting $25,000 worth of stuff for $3,000. You can just join here. And so we're going to actually open it up for
Yeah,
questions
look,
now.
now would be a good time to ask a couple of questions about your business. You've got both of us here, and also say, hey, Steve, how could I do this? If I was to take this program, or when I take this program, how can I best leverage it with my business? Hey, we've got free consulting here. Use us.
Yeah, exactly. So Mary's saying, can I go into this with my business partner? Absolutely. I mean, we're here to help you grow your business. So if you have a partner, no problem, but you do need to sign up with one email address that will have access to the Fusion HQ and Fusion Dojo account. So, make sure you both have access to that email, or you give your partner the login details, whatever you want to do. But, can both people come into the call with you, Steve?
Yeah, for sure. Look, in fact, I had one just today that it was a business, a conveyancing business. We're working through what they did, and there was a couple of people on the call. They were from different locations, and they jumped on. Basically, if it's our group calls, only one gets to speak. That's cool because we've got to be fair to everybody else. But definitely, you can come on, and it is great if you both or a couple of you come on, because then you get the immersion and the knowledge and the thought process changed while you're on the calls with me. So you and or your partner are most welcome.
Awesome. So Sam's just saying, sorry guys, got to head off, so we'll reach out with you with some questions later. So thanks for the valuable session and cheers. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
And by the way, I just want to congratulate Mary for getting in. Well done. I can see you've joined already. That's awesome. Sarah's in, which is great. Tim's in. And I can see also Bill is in. So we have 4 people in. So we have 1 spot left already for the bonuses. Okay, so bonuses are taken off the table after this. So just to recap on what the bonuses are, we're talking about the 36-minute toolkit and the Fusion Dojo membership area and my time here. They're taken off the table after this last person gets in. So make sure that you get in straight away. You've got probably just a few more minutes till the end of the webinar. So that's cool. All right, so we've got another question here. I'm in the service industry. Will this work for me? Steve?
You're playing my song. This works really best and shows amazing transformation for those who are selling their knowledge, their skills, or their expertise. Because most people will just sell their time for money, or time for appointment, or time for the actual service itself. And like today, the people that I were working with, just to give you a real simple classic example, they were conveyancers. Now that's brown box. That's as brown box as you get. So one of the things we looked at is what they did, and they provided a service, just a commodity service, and they had a click, get an online quote, and they said, oh, Steve, we're competing on price. And I thought, well, you deserve to compete on price because that's the first thing you give them. So we turned them into your property transfer partners, and really started building their positioning and their service as a real feature, instead of just saying it's just something that we do. So instead of just being conveyancers, they're your property transfer partners. So the question is, will this work for service people? This works brilliantly for service people. And the more competitive your market is, and the more that you're competing on price, the better this will work for you.
Awesome. So Mary's saying, so will you help me build the websites? Great question, Mary. So in this program, you get access to the Fusion HQ software, which has pre-made websites built in it. So all you need to do is upload them, and then you can just edit them to use, to work for your products or services. In the strategy call with me, I'll show you how we can potentially do that for you. But if you're wanting my company to write the sales copy and build them, that is outside of, obviously we can't do it for this price. I mean, but I sell my strategy session for $4,000. So, you're getting that for free, and then all these other great programs. So, yeah, but look, you can watch the training in the Fusion Dojo membership area to learn how to build those landing pages, how you want them, and then you can use the pre-templated landing pages in Fusion HQ as well. So that's a great question.
Look, it's a great question,
Okay,
but
so
I'm sure, and tell me if I'm wrong and slap me later if I am totally wrong, that in your strategy session, and because you know Fusion HQ so well, you'll just say, hey, listen, use template 4B, and that would be a great one for you. And they'd go away and do that.
It's very, very, very easy to do this.
Yeah.
And I even have other solutions as well that have pre-made businesses ready to go. So we can talk about all of that in the strategy session to help you create some cash flow and get that happening.
Brilliant.
Now, if money is an issue for any of you, I'm going to put my Skype address in the chat box, because I always get this question about money, and so I'm going to put my Skype address in the chat box here, and it's Allison, Allison, AUS 911, which happened to be my old sale number. Just add me on Skype at Allison AUS 911 at the end of the webinar. Put your Skype address in the chat box as well, and I'll be happy to have a call with you at the end of the webinar, so we can discuss different options, or maybe you need a payment plan or something like that. We can always work something out. Never ever let money be an obstacle for you to grow your business. And I don't know if you know this, Steve, but I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to be $37,000 in debt and not have any cash, and have to work for my dad and live with my parents, and oh my gosh, what am I doing? And trying to build a business out of nothing. I know what it's like, because I've been there, but once you have the system, the blueprint, the strategies on how to get out of that place, it's very, very easy to grow your business from there. So I have a lot of great strategies on how to make money out of nothing as well, for those of you who are struggling a little bit. But look, we can help you where you're at, right? And now, the other cool thing about this is tax deductible. It's almost the end of financial year here in Australia, so this is something else that will minimize your tax, which is great, because this is all about marketing and helping you grow your business, which is fantastic. Jenny's saying, great webinar, guys. I'm so excited. Mary's saying, this is awesome. Thanks very much for the opportunity. That's really cool. Pete's saying, thank you, guys. Had a great night. A few people saying they have to go, Steve. And yeah, look, I'm sorry we've gone over a little bit, but we had just so much to give you. We told you it was going to be epic. So many strategies. But we're so grateful that you've been able to stay on this long, everybody. So that's fantastic. Cool. So I can see more people getting in now, Steve. So we're going to close this out, which is, we have to put a limit on things. We can't go all night. We have a life, and so do you.
Yeah, thank you Steve, for those who have. If there is any last questions, you might as well use us while we're here. We're happy to stay for just that one last question, but get it in right now. Otherwise, it has been our absolute pleasure. I get a real kick, even though I can't see your face, damn it, but I get a real kick out of being able to deliver this. And I know in some way that if you implement some of this, you will be able to change your business and change your life. And for those of you who are joining, and I'll find out who that is tomorrow, I can't wait to start implementing this with you, and you'll get access to my program within the next 24, 48 hours, and you can get stuck straight into it.
So Mary's asking if she got into the first 5. So let me just check on that, Mary. And she's also asking, can you do your coaching call on the weekend? Do you do weekend calls, Steve? because she works during the week.
You can twist my arm. I do. I might be sitting at Balmoral Beach on my phone, but I will certainly be able to do it.
Okay, that's a great question. Thanks for that. Look, I do too. I'm happy to do a call on a weekend, but I do go to church on Sundays, so you know you can do in between church or on Saturday, no worries. So that's cool. But we'll work that out, no problem. We'll fit in with you, and we'll help you get your business set up. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for joining us today. And Steve, thank you so much for all of those amazing strategies that you shared. And you know, it's such a privilege to work with you, and everybody that's getting in is just going to be blown away. I mean, somebody who has such an amazing track record as you know, Trent, you know, gosh, I can't even begin to talk about your accolades.
It's late. Thanks so much, and I do appreciate it. And I sit there and keep looking at, I keep looking at the stuff that you're doing and think, oh, I can do that in my business now, can't I? Oh, look at that. So yes, I think it's a great thing. And to everybody that's still there, go home, go to bed, and we do appreciate you staying right till the end, and we'll see you real soon.
Wonderful. And please apply those strategies we shared tonight. Otherwise, it's not going to do any good in your business. But thanks again for coming, and we'll see you next time. And again, welcome to those in the program. And the last, I can see a couple of people put their Skype addresses in there. So Bethany, I've got your Skype address there. No worries, I've copied it. And Timmy, I've got that as well. So I've got you, and I've got all your emails as well. So no problem, I'll follow you up. Just join me after the webinar on Skype, and we'll have a quick chat. Okay. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Steve, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.